Hey y'all, it's Kat from Kat Southern Charms, back with a new video. Today, I'm gonna show you step by step how to pour a canvas. We're not doing a geode, we're not adding any stones or druzy or any of that. It's just gonna be strictly colored resin, and I'm gonna teach you some tricks, gloved up, so make sure we're safe. I went ahead, mixed up my resin. It's regular 1-to-1 resin. I pre-measured it out. I have 3 ounces on each of these cups for the colors that we're going to use. We're using eye candy today. We have the Tippy Blue, which is like Tiffany blue. Then we have their brand new line of pastels that went on sale over Black Friday holiday. I was lucky to snag them because they're sold out. This is called Vivian. It's like a periwinkle lavender, beautiful color. And we're going to use their Santori white, which I use, and I've showed you guys how to use that a lot. But before we get started, I'm going to show you how I set my canvas up. You see it's elevated off the table, right? So I'm going to get all my resin and colors out of the way. I'm going to show you how to mix it. Also going to use gold accent. I'm using the gold metallic from Let's Resin. Just a very tiny amount. That's ½ an ounce. It doesn't take anything. And I'm measuring by volume, so fluid ounce is the same as a volume measurement. So if you hear me say ounces, that's what I mean, not weight. Because we know we can't measure resin by weight because the 2 parts don't weigh the same. And I'm also going to add some interference powder, a violet sparkle. You can see the shimmer with that. So those are the colors we're going to use. And you can see this is a canvas that I had actually drawn out for geode. I'm not erasing lines. I'm not going to do any of that. It's fine because the colors we're using will cover all this up. So I'm not worried about that. Now, before you get started with the canvas, first thing you do, I go around, sand the top, sand the sides, so we have a smooth surface to work on. But the biggest thing is I tape it with painter's tape. And what does that do? The painter's tape is going to allow no drips to collect on the sides underneath my canvas. So when everything is done and cured, all I simply have to do is take my heat gun, run it along here to heat things up just a little bit, not too much, and then I'm just going to peel the tape off. All the drips will be gone, and I'm going to have a smooth, clean surface. That looks professional, and I don't have to spend a lot of time sanding drips and repouring and doing all that mess. So, you see I have my little cups that I just set my canvas on. I put my cups in the corner of my canvas, and at my workstation I always keep a level handy. This is just a handheld level. They don't cost very much. Great to have on hand. So I check all areas, every corner of my canvas to make sure everything is level, because resin self-levels, and that doesn't mean self-level like this. It means that whatever angle you have your piece, your mold, your canvas on, the resin is just going to spread and self-level itself out. It doesn't mean that it's good level, you know what I mean? So keep a level handy so you make sure. Lately I've noticed that my molds, I will put this on top of a mold to make sure the mold itself is level, because I'm finding that some of these molds are not level, and people think it's their table or something like that. It's not your table. It could just be the mold is not level. And then you put little shims underneath. I use little popsicle sticks to put underneath the mold till I get it level. So there's a little tip and a little trick for you guys. But let's get this resin mixed up, and I'll explain as I go. I told you the prep work that we do beforehand. This is brand new, has not even been opened yet. Y'all, I am super, super excited for this color. Look at that. Y'all, isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous, love it. So let me get this open, and I'm gonna leave a little bit of that foil on there, and I'll show you why in a second. And I keep paper towels, baby wipes, all that handy. My alcohol spray, keep all that handy too, because this pigment paste can be messy. So just clean that up, put it in my little trash bag there. So anytime I get paste, always, always, always stir your paste, because the additives and everything that makes up your paste can sometimes separate. So you want to make sure it's well combined. And this is one reason, you see here, why I leave a little foil when I can, so I can wipe off my stick. Because using paste, it does not take very much at all. So I'm just going to dip my popsicle stick in. I'm going to set it in my resin. I'm going to close this up, get it out of my way. Same thing with my other colors. We'll do our Tiffany blue. which I peeled all of that off. And you can see how some of it is separated, right? So just mix it up. All good. And I'm wiping my stick off. And I wipe under this lip and not up here where you have to screw your lid on. Because if you do that, it may get stuck and you'll have a hard time opening your lid the next time. So that is our Tiffany blue. Let's do our white. And I'm doing our white 2 ways. So we're gonna stir this up. Again, wipe our stick off. And this white, y'all, it doesn't take hardly anything at all, and you'll see what I mean. Now, I only need that, but like I said, I'm doing 2 different whites because we're gonna, and I'll show you. We're going to get an opaque, solid, super white here, and then I want a transparent white. And why do I want a transparent white, y'all? I want it because the transparency adds a depth to your piece. So it's not color, 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 color. You have transparent that adds like a shadow. It makes it look near or far. So it adds dimension to your pieces by adding that transparency. Now I'm gonna wipe this off. And I'm just gonna, look. Let me make sure you can see this. I'm wiping the stick off, dunk it one time, and I'm just gonna drizzle some color in there. Okay? That's all I'm doing. Now I'm gonna let that sit to the side, and I'm gonna stir this. And I want this the consistency of 2% milk. I want it transparent, so you can see through it, but I want it that milky color. And see, just by adding that little drizzle in this resin, you see, and we can actually, let me add a little more. I don't want a whole lot more because y'all, white is a very strong color and it will overtake your pieces if you're not careful. And I just want to wash that down in there. Get that white. Okay, that's better. That is the color I'm going for. And you'll really see the dimension when I add this to the piece. Now let's stir up our yall. Woo-wee. This is going to be one of my go-to colors. Look how gorgeous that is, y'all. Wow. You know, come Easter time, this is gonna be in my back pocket to use a lot. Look at that, gorgeous. You see that? All right, let's mix up our Tiffany blue. And y'all, the prep work takes so much longer than pouring a canvas. You're gonna be shocked because getting all your stuff mixed, and I'll tell you, people have asked me, why do I like pigment paste? Well, I like pigment paste really for 2 reasons. One, because I can buy a jar of pigment paste and it lasts a very long time because you saw it doesn't take very much at all to create your colors. Okay, that's beautiful. And these colors really complement each other. I love it. Now, I could add a little more of this blue, Tiffany blue, but I'm kind of fine with where this is at, so I'm not going to. So we have those 3 colors, and now I have a little cup that I'm gonna add this interference to, and you're gonna be shocked when you see how pretty this is. Let me get another stick. And this is a powder, but you'll see when I start stirring it in. And be careful stirring powder. Don't go in real quick or you're gonna make powder fly everywhere. You really don't want that. So what I do is I kind of fold. If you know how to cook, you know what folding is, right? You're not mix, you're just folding it. So I get all the powder incorporated so it's not gonna fly out at me. I'm gonna wipe my stick. I'm gonna wipe the sides. And this is the difference. Mica powder, you have to mix and make sure that all that powder is incorporated good. Because if not, you know when you mix pancake mix and you start cooking your pancake and you get a little poof and some powder pops up from a bubble? That's what can happen if you don't make sure that your mica is completely mixed in with your resin. And there's a pro tip for that too. And what you can do is you can take your mica powder in like a little cup like this or a small cup like this, put your mica powder inside and add some 99% alcohol, 91%, whatever you want to do. Just a little bit. You don't want to flood it, but you want to add a little bit so you can make a slurry with that mica. And mica really breaks down in that alcohol. And then you just add your slurry to your resin and it blends much easier. So there's a pro tip for that. I'm going to mix up my gold. And let me tell you, this gold from Let's Resin, it really doesn't take much at all. And you'll see, y'all, that's probably too much, but you'll see what I mean. Look how it's already incorporating. So that powder, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And we're gonna use this as an accent. So it's not, we're not gonna use a whole lot of this, because like white, this metallic will take over your piece. So use it sparingly, and you'll see when we start pouring. Okay, so we have all of our colors mixed up, and we're ready to start pouring. And I have my heat gun ready. I have my heat gun ready, so I can move the colors around. Y'all, look at that. Some of the gold got in my white. Easy enough. I'm just gonna wipe it on my paper towel. Get as much out of there as I can. All right, good enough. And if you notice, I put down a puppy pad. I have puppy pads from, you know, where we had our Huskies, and I'm like, what can I do with these? I was gonna donate them, and I thought, wait a minute, this makes a great cover for my table. The cotton side down, so I have the plastic side up. That will keep my resin, you know, where I can peel it off, whatever you wanna do. Because you can peel it off in pieces and use it later to fill in, you know, like coasters or circles, things like that. All right, so here's that violet interference powder. Do you see that? Let's get really up there so you can see. You can see that violet color. All right, we're ready to pour. This is gonna go fast, y'all. So, it doesn't matter, rhyme or reason. Whatever color you wanna put down, put it down. I'm gonna start with a little bit of white. And I'm just gonna drizzle it like so. Then we'll use our green. Like I said, y'all, this is no rhyme or reason. And I'm gonna let these colors just, you know, work together, do their own thing. That's how this works, right? So, y'all, this color is so pretty. Oh, look at that. All right, man, I love this color. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my, put it on high. I'm gonna let these, you can use your glove, and I really don't wanna do that yet. But tilt your canvas. Right? Now, I am gonna do this. I want all this, these little holes I want filled in so mica can move over each other and blend. And that white Santori that I use has an additive in it that creates cells. So you'll see, like here, we already have some cells popping up. And that's because the white from eye candy has an additive that will cell up. So let's pour some of our violet. And you see, this is a little more clear. So it's also gonna add some depth to this piece. And here comes our white. Remember the milky white? All right, set this to the side. Oop, come here. Try to run away. And now I'm actually just gonna go in with my glove. I'm gonna move all this so the whole canvas is coated. And I'm just gonna swirl it like that. Okay, I wanna move some color down here. I'm gonna paint or coat the sides of my canvas so that resin will flow easier. And after I'm done, this piece is set and done and cured, I'm gonna paint the sides of this with acrylic. And I haven't even added my gold yet. I wanna get this started. So we have a smooth edge for things to flow down over. All right, so I'm just gonna wipe this off. And I have some of these that I have pre-sprayed with alcohol, so it makes it easier. Now, I'm gonna use my Paint gun. I'm going to move some colors around. And y'all, there's no right way or wrong way to do this. All right, the heat gun works two things. It helps pop the bubbles, but this is a canvas and not a mold. So I can also hit it with heat, which is going to also help activate those selling from that white. All right, let's do our gold. Now this gold I'm gonna do different. I'm going to drag my stick into the resin and just let it go. Kind of like you do on a geode, right? And I'm gonna let it meld together. I don't want these lines to connect. Maybe I want a little here. Maybe I want to connect this line. Okay, I'm not gonna overdo it with my gold. That's it. I'm gonna leave it alone. Now, I want you to see, just like we do waves, when we're making waves, I'm just gonna go in little circles. And I'm gonna push this out. And I'm gonna show you a different way that you can get the same effect and let that natural shadow form. All right, turn my heat gun off. Another way that you can stretch these out is to tilt your canvas. Tilt it different ways. And you let these lines and everything stretch out naturally, okay? There's my handy dandy wipe. This is why I keep this stuff close, y'all. But I really, really, really like this. So we're gonna go in, and I'm not gonna pour, I'm just gonna do lines like that, okay? I'm just gonna add some more lines. We've poured our base, and now we're just gonna add some accents to this. And maybe I don't want all this gold over here, so I can fix any of that I really don't like just by adding some highlight lines, okay? Now, be careful of white. White will really take your piece over, and you'll see what I mean. White really, really, really stands out strong in these pieces. So be careful with your white. Here's some more of the violet. And I'm gonna add it along my white to give it like a drop shadow. And it's also really gonna sparkle so good. We're gonna do the same thing with our milky white. I'm gonna break up some of this here that I really don't like how it came out. There. You can go different directions. You don't have to go the same pattern. All right. I don't think I'm not doing any more gold, but I am gonna add some more. All right, now decision time. Do we create, and I think I will, just to show you, a dirty pour to make like a ribbon or a central, what's the word I'm looking for? The effect to draw your eye to. So if I do a dirty pour and I have a ribbon of all these colors combined and I pour it through here, it draws your eye to that dirty pour and that area. So let's do that. Let's start with white, a little bit of white, a little bit of purple, a little bit of green or the Tiffany blue. Okay, we'll do our last little bit, since I didn't pour a lot of this violet interference. I'll put it all here. Okay. We're gonna do our milk colored clear, the 2% milk. Okay, all of that. And I'm just gonna drizzle some gold in there. That's it, just a drizzle. Now, I'm gonna take, this is my dirty pour, and I'm just gonna do that. All right, and where do I wanna pour this? I'm gonna pour corner to corner, and I'm gonna go up high, and I'm gonna go slow. All right. I'm gonna put this on low. And I just wanna spread it out some. Ooh. All right. I'm gonna add some purple. Starting to get thick, y'all, so we're coming to the end of what we can add here. Okay. Gonna add some purple. Gonna add some green and some white. And our clear. Thickening up. All right. All right, I'm gonna pour this one more time, so I'm gonna go this way. All right, done with all the pouring. And now I wanna stretch again. I'm gonna stretch it out, bring it back this way. Let it stretch. Bring it back. All right, that's all we're gonna do, y'all. That's it. I'm not gonna do anything else. Take my dirty gloves off, put them in the trash, and I'm going to move this around so it's not so much a straight line. It's got some natural movement to it. That's it. We're done. I'm leaving it alone. Gonna let it cure. Now, you can come back. You can do a top coat over this. It doesn't need one. But if you did a top coat and you wanted to draw in more gold lines, in fact, I'm just gonna add that there. And maybe one through here. All right, I said I was done. I lied. Because I really want these more like that. Okay, now I'm done. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna let it be. I'm gonna use my torch. Make sure that I pop all that. Plus, adding heat to this gold metallic really, really brings those particles to the top and makes them shine and sparkle. That's it, y'all. That's how easy. I told you. The prep work takes way longer than actually pouring this. And I don't think I have one nearby, but I was gonna show you how using what drips off the side. Remember when we did our smash coasters, I told you all that sometimes when you pour a canvas or something, you have some really pretty effects that you can do a smash coaster on. I wonder if I have one nearby that I can use. I don't. Oh, I do. I do. And I took my gloves off. All right, so, well, that's not coming apart. But these little name tags I made, I'm gonna show you. Let me grab my glove, or gloves. I don't know, I have some right here. Okay, I got some gloves. So I'm gonna show you how to do this real quick. So keep coasters handy when you're pouring a canvas. Well, if I can get the gloves open. Why does nothing want to work when you need it to? All right, there we go. Trash. Okay. Let's use I'm gonna put 2 on. Okay, I'm gonna move these because I'm gonna set. Here are some pieces that I peeled off of my puppy pad that I can put in other. So I'm gonna turn this cup upside down over here. So when I smash this down, I can pull it right out. Oh, here it is. All right, so you see how this is. Now, some of this beautiful off flow, you can't see over there, but I can see here. But some of this you can see, looks really cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that coaster down in that. I'm gonna turn it and I'm gonna pull it up. And I want some of that gold. All right, there. Whoop, I'm stripping on there. So you see that's a smash coaster. Now I'm gonna set it on top over here. I'm gonna let it do its thing. I don't know why these are stuck, but they are. So I'm just gonna do it stuck together. I don't care. And if you want to, so see there, the beautiful design just from the drippings off my canvas. So you set it to the side, you let it cure, and then those are great pieces to take to your shows. I'm gonna do this one too. Do we have? I'll do it right here because this is beautiful too. So I'm just gonna smash it down in there. I'm gonna turn it and pick it. Well, that didn't work so well. I'll do it here. And there you see, there's gold there, and I can blow on it to blend it. But that's how you do a smash coaster, like I showed you guys or talked about in the video, with resin that's come off your canvas. That makes some beautiful patterns. So y'all, that's it. We gotta let this cure. I'm gonna let it cure, and I'll post a short with the final piece taken in the sunlight so you can see how sparkly and how much movement we have. And I'll bring you down. I'm gonna add that at the end of the video so you can see. And I don't know if you can really see good, but like along here, how that white is pushed and there's some clear behind it that gives it that shadow and more depth to the piece instead of just color, color, color next to each other, right? All the selling from the white adds more dimension to it as well. Like here's a darker purple with the white behind it, so it's kind of like pushing. It looks like it's a wave pushing. So that's how you add depth to your pieces, you guys. Very simple. Just play with colors, and that's our abstract piece. Leave me a comment below. What do you think? Do you like this color combo? What would you choose different? Would you use silver instead of gold? Do you like the gold? Would you use less gold? Give me all the details. Give me your thoughts below. Anyway, I hope this helped you, and I hope it gives you the courage to try this on your own. Like I said, there's no wrong or right to this. You just pour it and you let resin do its thing. Resin reacts and mica moves and colors meld when we tilt them and let them run and dance and do their thing to create beautiful pieces of art with very little hassle. So I hope you have enough confidence now that you're gonna try it. Give it a shot. Remember, like I said, we're hardest on ourselves. Give yourself grace that you afford other people. Until next time, y'all, happy arting. Go make sure you do all the YouTube things. Subscribe, like, share this so others can find it who might be struggling or afraid to try this technique. Anyway, I'll see y'all soon. Happy arting. Ta-ta for now.